There we go. We are set up. Whew. Let's see. Got this one. Look good. All right, here we go. I think we're all set up to go live. I might need to do a little editing out of that dead air. It is a Monday night. I'm going live for absolutely no reason other than I was watching Kelly, and Kelly was like, "You should go live too." And I thought, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Why this makes me more nervous, I don't even know. But I knew this time I was prepared. So this time I already put on a little deodorant and I'm ready. I'm ready. I didn't even put out blocks. At least I don't think I did. I don't know how to check that midstream. But anyway, I think anyone is permitted to comment. And this time I'm probably not drinking water, but we don't need to talk about what it really is. We just need to sip slow. That's what we'll say. I put something in the community, but that was only half an hour ago. So I know that hasn't really given anyone time to check it out and join. But all right, so we are a minute in, waiting on a couple more people to join, I hope. Come on in. I probably should have gotten all spruced up before I got on and stuff, but I'm doing real good about wearing my Blu-rays. I noticed that when I'm editing, I feel like I start kind of getting a headache or something, which doesn't make sense because I actually enjoy doing this. And I'm thinking it's because I don't wear my glasses enough. So I'm going to wear these Blu-rays. I think you can see some of the blue coming through, but that's okay. Come on in. Let me see how to shrink my screen just a little bit so I can see what else is going on. There we go. I got to find out whether or not Monday is a good night to even try this. I don't know a good time to try going live. Like, I have no clue. Kelly jumps on. She does not care what time of day, who, what, where, when. I love that for her. But I'm like, and I think it's because she does more presentations. She goes out and she speaks live, which I used to. But anymore, no, not so much. I have gotten some really disparaging comments before, so that kind of even turns me off a bit from doing lives. But we're trying it. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay, let me close out all my other screens. And there we go. Okay, I see a couple of people have joined us. Hello, hello. I am Kymberly, giving it another try at live. Went to work. Today was a long day, and it wasn't over. I still got some paperwork and things like that to grade, but I'm going to try it anyway. My hair is a mess. I'd already pin curled it. I was getting ready for bed, but I thought, okay, let me get on here and look halfway decent. Yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it. It was looking better in the mirror, but what do we need to, oh, that would have been better. And I don't have a pen. But I wonder if my glasses will hold it. We'll just make it a little bit better. Now that ain't doing nothing, child. Let it go. Anywho, this is how we're looking, lounging in a little 3-piece set that I got from Shein. The top is usually a lot smaller, so I traded it in for one of my aloe workout shirts because we don't want to accidentally expose anything. We can't edit it out on live, baby. We show something, it's out there. That's just what it is. So we don't want that. Anywho, come on in, chat with me. I see a couple of likes. Thank you so much. But who's out there? I can't see you. Not only that, who's out there and what are you drinking? I'll go ahead and be honest. I'm drinking a little bit of wine, which most of my ice is already melted because I hadn't chilled it yet. And I'm one of those weird people. I like my wine to be chilled. I don't care if it's red, make it cold. I don't like shrimp cocktail and all the things. Like I need my food at a certain temperature. Drink cold, food hot, preferably. It's probably why I don't fool with sushi. That, and it makes my breath smell. We don't like that. All the oral and dental care I do goes right down the drain. Hey, Fee, I am good. How are you? And where are you from? Good evening, good evening. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm winding down. Just water? Okay, you better than me. I guess this is yeah, this ain't water. This ain't it. I can't even spruce it up. But like I said, it was a long day. For anyone not knowing, I'm a teacher, and there were some meetings, some paperwork, some forms, and all of that stuff that I'm trying to get acclimated to filling out and turning in. So it was a lot. It was a whole lot. And then last night was kind of a late night for me. I'm in Kansas City, and Chiefs played football and won, so we had to go out and celebrate. I mean, we had to. We had to, right? It was obligation. Hey, Kay, I knew you'd pop over. You just drink. Oh, what you drinking then? You're not drinking water either, though. Oh, I was just in Atlanta, Fee. Was just there. Ooh, y'all got some rude people. Rude. When I talk about, they will stare you down, won't speak, won't smile, won't crack a smile. Or you got the other extreme. Y'all got a lot of men's out there. The men's are very friendly. I will say that. Y'all got a lot of friendly men, but uh-uh. I, my fear of Atlanta is the DL population. Let me tell you this little quick story. So I'm there and I'm out at Lenox Mall, and I see this guy. He's going through, he's touching clothes, and he's doing a little bit of rearranging. And that's what kind of caught my eye. I was like, what is he doing? And he was a very effeminate guy, right? So he's pulling out outfits from, like, maybe it would be in the middle. So I would say he's a small. He's pulling out a small. He'll make sure he puts that in the front, doesn't even look like he's going to buy it, goes over to another section, does it again. So I'm like, oh, he must be picking out clothes that somebody else is going to steal for him. And I'm looking around like, who is getting ready to steal these clothes he's picking out? Yeah, my hair is a mess. I keep looking at it, but oh, wow. But I'm looking to see who is going to get these clothes. Sure enough, I see this really good looking, buff, big guy. If I had to put a ballpark on him, I'd say he was like 6'2", just really attractive guy. He picks up one thing that the first guy touched. He picks up another thing that he touched. Next thing I know, he heads right over to the register and pays for it. Huh, what? So to me, and I don't know, I ain't no expert, but to me, it looked like the first guy was, very comfortable in his orientation, picking out clothes, getting them for his DL partner. I'm guessing, I don't know, but I'm one of those people. I'm so bad. I sit in the parking lot and I guess somebody's whole life story. Is it right? I don't know. But it's what I do. It's what entertains me. But it really did look like a scenario where the second guy was probably living a DL life, paying for the first guys. And I wasn't mad at it. Like, you like it, I love it. But yeah, seeing men there and men trying to holler, just not in Atlanta. I'm sorry, not in Atlanta. Yeah, baby, yeah, y'all got some. It's different. We're gonna say that it's different. I was at a Lenox Mall when that happened. Really, I was like, oh, okay. And then I even talked about it in my video too. There was a scenario where I'm walking by with my camera, and I walk by the elevator and I see this lady just trying to pull this man out, which really got my attention. First, I ain't gonna lie, he got my attention because he ducked back. But then she's trying to pull him out. He wouldn't come out. And I was like, oh, honey, he cheating. I don't know if you're the side piece, you're the main piece, trying to convince yourself he ain't got us. I don't know how this works, but he's cheating. And then a part of me also thought he might be Killer Man. So either way it goes, baby, this ain't somebody you want to pull and jerk and get onto the camera, because he ain't having it. But yeah, Atlanta is definitely a different city. It is a different vibe. And y'all's driving, Lord. But I will say, I hope this don't offend nobody, but Houston, Houston driving. First of all, I'm already nervous because everybody only goes 100. Nobody believes in 85, 90, none of that. And I thought I drove pretty fast, but they are just zooming. It's way too many lanes. I don't get enough time. People don't let you over. Houston drivers are y'all something else. Y'all some beasts. Y'all some, and I've driven in LA. And I still say, Houston, wow, y'all got it. Y'all bow down. Y'all can have that. But I enjoy Houston. When I tell you, so when I was in Atlanta, I went to only like maybe 2 DDs or something like that. With my daughter and I, the last time I went to Houston, it was with my daughter. We went to 11 DD's stores buying my granddaughter and her and me. I got a couple of things too. Some stuff like something about DD's. I love it. I know it's cheap. Please don't tell me it's cheap. I already know. I know it's cheap, but I like it. Hmm. But I'm also a girl who will mix in some rainbow pieces with whatever I got, so I ain't tripping. That's how we do it. But yeah, Lenox Mall, it was interesting. There was a lot of staring and all of that other stuff. Other cities I like. I like Dallas. Dallas is fun. That's a good city. I like my own city, Kansas City. I mean, there's a lady trying to tell me there's not much crime there. There's crime. There's crime right here in Kansas City. I will admit that. But it's still a pretty friendly city, especially with the Chiefs winning and stuff. People get real friendly. You go somewhere, hey, I'll buy you a drink, round on me, and all this other stuff. They lose, it ain't nothing like that. But right now we're 6-0, so the drinks is flowing. Mm-mm-mm. So what else have y'all got going on? Thank y'all so much for coming in. Like I said, I'm seeing some faces I haven't seen. Kay not drinking water. Kay shouldn't be drinking water. Let me tell you, she just tonight, I think she's been on YouTube maybe 5 weeks. I know it hasn't been 2 months. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kelly, but 5 weeks about. And tonight she hit 100K. 100K. Well, you know what? I'm speaking it into existence for you. It's coming. Tonight I meant to say she hit 1,000K. So I am so happy for her. And she should be somewhere screaming her head off and celebrating. And she deserves to be drinking. How about that? But I am excited for her. This YouTube journey is very interesting. It's taught me some things about myself. Like, I wouldn't say I've ever really cared a whole lot about a people's opinions, but sometimes people will say something and it's like, did I give that kind of energy, or where did that come from? You're used to whatever energy you put out coming back to you, but that's not always the case. So it's good when you find a good community of people. Let's see. She says she's screaming right now and feeling really blessed. Yes, ma'am. Go for that 100K. When I tell you hardworking, she said she's going to go live every night tonight, and I believe her. I think she'll do it. She's got the energy for it. I'm not used to this live business. This is only my second live. If you go on my channel, it says I've had about 100 some odd videos, but they also include shorts. I might even take my shorts down. I don't know. Hasn't been that many, but however many videos I got, she got about that many already. And I've been at it for a little over a year. And it's kind of hard to say a year because I did take about a 4-month break somewhere in there, going through a lot of things with the family and all of that stuff. I wouldn't say going through it, but I just kind of wanted to be supportive of my family. So I took a little break, but oh, honey, the dedication you got, you deserve all of that. Meanwhile, I'm out here. I said I watched the Chiefs game. I didn't go to it yesterday. So I'm watching the Chiefs game. I call myself being halfway on a little date. And I knew I shouldn't have gone on a date somehow. And I didn't even really dress up for the date. It was a last minute decision. I had just washed my hair. So I had my hair back in a ponytail, drying and conditioned. I don't even know if that's going to show up. But I'm trying to show, I got to tilt it at a real awkward angle. I'm trying to show my facial expression. This is me coming back from the date. So, it's game day. I had on a Chiefs shirt and I was a little bit worried, like, am I too casual? Whatever, put on a cute skirt with it, a bright red lip. I'm like, okay, this is decent enough. How about I go? And y'all know how the basketball players do, like before they get in, they rip their pants off and then go into the game. Oh, I hope that didn't look too vulgar. But anyway, those, I don't know what you call those. I call them snapaways. Because the pants, let me turn this way. When they get ready to go into the game, they jerk them and the pants just snap off. If you know what I'm talking about, that's what I mean. So he had on a pair of those. He had on a t-shirt. It was a red t-shirt, long sleeve. And then over that, he had on a short sleeve t-shirt, all Chiefs gear. And a red and yellow Chiefs necklace. It was some little beaded thing. Okay. I see. You're a Chiefs fan or whatever. Me too. I got on my Chiefs shirt. But he just was absolutely not dressed for a date. Like, this is something that I was telling him, I think we'll be good as friends. We really don't need to pursue this any further. And that's how you came dressed? When I tell you, I was ready to go on the spot. But no, proof that you need to go with your first mind that I shouldn't have gone. He started asking stuff. We went to Texas Roadhouse, right? Very simple, chill. Hit this, and then we'll go watch the game because the game wasn't until like 3:30. So we go to Texas Roadhouse, and he said, I'll have what she's having. So let me tell you what I ordered. I ordered a steak and shrimp combo. And I was like, yeah, put the mushrooms on there. Love those. And I like Texas Roadhouse because some places you go to, you need steak sauce. Don't really need it when I go to Texas Roadhouse. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm about to bust this down. Forget about how he's dressed. We're going to do this. I ordered that. And for my side dish, I ordered a baked potato, just butter, and chili. Because I was like, I'm curious about the chili. Way too much beef. I know. Don't tell me. So he orders the same thing. Only she said, would you like your potato loaded? Yes. Would you like the mushrooms? He asked, well, do the mushrooms cost extra? When I tell you I shrank just a little, I was like, that's really not what I was expecting him. Food's good, but the music. Oh, won't it though? The music attached your nerve, plus the loud kids there. Like when you work with kids all day, you ain't trying to hear them on your off time. But anyway, he asked if the mushrooms cost extra. I shrank a little. She said yes. Well, take them off then. That's something you should say already. You should already tell me that they cost extra. You say that, and now I don't want it. So he's talking to the waitress. He then looks at me. Yeah, just like y'all heard them crickets just now, that's what I was queuing up for. Oh, baby, I'm not taking off nothing. Am I taking off my steak? This is how I want it. So I just sit there. Then he said he wanted the chili. And she said, okay, well, would you like, what did she ask him? Not mushrooms. Would you like cheese and onions with that? He was like, yeah, I'll take the cheese and onions. He didn't ask if it cost extra. She didn't offer. And I think he said his potato was loaded. She then walks by and he said, I just feel like that's something they should tell you. They should tell you it's extra. And I was like, I mean, I would kind of presume it's extra. I'm not even tripping. Oh, baby. No, it was worse than that. I forgot. So when she came to take our order, first she was like, would you guys like to start off with a cocktail? He said, yeah. What all comes in a, what's that drink I drank one time? I was sick as a junkyard dog. Long Island iced tea. Okay, so way back when I was in college, we're not far from an Army base, I think it is, called Whiteman's Air Force Base, right? So, me and my friends, we trying to be fast. We sneak our little tails over to Whiteman's. We get a drink. And I'm like, I don't really know these people. I'm not supposed to be here. The lie told my mama I was spending the night somewhere else. Let me get a light drink. And so I asked a guy there, I was like, what's something kind of light I can get? And he's like, you can get a Long Island iced tea. That's pretty light. I mean, it's iced tea. My ignorant self, I'm trying to act fast, not grown. I forgot whose idea I got to even get in there. So, of course, he was lying. I got the Long Island iced tea. When I tell you, oh, my goodness, I was sick for the next 2 days, just done for. But anyway, back to yesterday, girl, I chase squirrels. I'm telling you, I feel like I need to join an anonymous group. My name is Kymberly, and I chase squirrels. But he asked about what all comes in the Long Island iced tea. And she was like, sir, I'm not sure. You could tell she was a young waitress. If she had blown out 21 candles, she barely did. And so I was like, I don't know, but I know it's at least 3 liquors. It's probably rum, tequila. You drink Long Island, so you should know. He said, yeah, I just want to know if she knew. That's a dumb, we're doing quizzes with the waitress. So then he gets ready to order it. And he said, well, how much does it cost? Mind you, we got a whole menu here. But he's not looking at the menu. He's just asking her and stopping her every time. At one point, he leaned over. I said, I know you're not going to grab her, are you? Because I used to be a waitress. Don't grab me. Don't grab me. Don't touch me. Don't pull me. Just don't. Just don't. That's only for if you're wearing a G-string. That's when you touch the server. But other than that, no. Cat ain't on the menu, so let's not do that. So anyway, he had asked her how much it cost, and we found the price. It was $5. All right, so now fast back forward, he ordered the loaded potato and all that stuff. He then pulls her over and he's like, I just thought about it. On that loaded potato, does that cost extra? And I said, okay, listen, at this point, when you got the Long Island, you said that's $5. You said that's the cheapest drink you've ever gotten. Long Island usually costs 10, 12, whatever dollars. Consider the money that you saved on that expensive drink by it being cheap here. Consider that the money that you're paying for your extra. Can we do that? Is that all right? And so I think I said it just like that. I was trying to be patient, but baby, patience was gone. Patience was probably gone as soon as I saw that outfit he had on. Like, I just feel like when you go on a date, you should look like you've gone on a date. Now, granted, it was last minute, but it was a last minute date that he arranged. So if I can put on a skirt, a little lip, act like I halfway care, and I came out of doing my hair, I'm washing my hair. If I can come out of that, you could have done better than them snap away pants or whatever. Hey, Serena, good to see you. Hello, hello. Yes, cheap men are a turnoff. Oh, worst, ain't no tea in there, just a Coke. And I might have even done it too long. It might be of Coke. That's what gives it the color. Other than that, I met another cheap man over the weekend. At least I think he was cheap. I didn't stick around long enough to find out. But I had put my purse on the counter. And he was like, "Oh, that's a Coach. How much that set you back?" Coach is not an expensive purse in the world of purses. I mean, let's keep it a buck. So if that's going to be too much for him, oh baby, I already know all this other stuff I want. We can't go together. That's not gonna work. Oil and water right here. So yeah, I don't know what they. I'm sorry, I call them snapaways. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, that's crazy. Hey, grown woman Shannon, how you doing? Are you 50 plus club? Is that what your grown is? I'll be darned, my ice already melted, but the drink is still chilled, so we gonna sip. But anyway, that's kind of been what my weekend has looked like. Not so great. And it's Monday now. Luckily, we only have a 4-day work week this week. So I'll take that deal. We got some other stuff to get ready for conferences and all that. Hey, 55 in December. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. I don't know. I hope you're not single because I was just saying it's not looking so good for us grown women's out there. And according to the young girls, it ain't looking good for them either. I just heard a new term I had never heard of called DINK. Like some of the people are married, and DINK stands for dual income, no kids. So, like, it's a goal now that people are striving to be dinks. They don't want to marry somebody who wants a kid. And I'm like, Lord, is it that bad? Even for the married people? That's insane. Why is my computer going down? Hi, Lisa. I'm glad you're here too. I feel like I've read your name in comments or two. Have you been commenting in any of my videos? And thank you so much for all my people who are supporting. I've got quite a few new subscribers. Nothing like Kay is doing in her 5 weeks. It took me a minute to get to my little piece of a journey, but I'm so happy still about it. In all of my videos down low, I usually talk about how many subscribers I have at the time, which is so nice to keep growing the community, especially as it's getting more positive. You would think as it gets larger, it would get more negative, but that hasn't been the case. So I'm happy for that. Let's see. Got some weight I'm releasing ASAP. Been by myself. I'm not even going to ask you what you mean. I don't know if you mean body weight or somebody else's weight, but you've been by yourself for a few years. I have too. And let me tell you, I'm kind of getting nervous because let me get comfortable, ready to tell some business. But I'm starting to get nervous because I remember years ago, I would hear my aunts and they would, I ain't got no man. I don't need no man. Ain't nothing a man can do for me. And they would just start sounding really negative and disparaging. So I'm not at that point where I feel negative and all of that stuff yet. But I really don't mind being alone. Like this is not bad for me. For a hot second, I debated getting a dog. And I was like, but Kymberly, that means you got to come home. You got to walk it. You got to let it out. You got to make sure you do ABC and XYZ. And I don't really want to even do that. Like, I haven't lived alone. Most of my adult life, I've been married. So I've been cooking for someone, looking after someone. I'm telling you, you think your kids, okay, when your kid is sick, that's stressful because you can't fix it and you want to. But even kids aren't as big of babies as men are. Like, don't let them get sick and have the flu, and you got to take care of that. And I'm kind of loving just taking care of me, like just doing me. And now I've always been a person who did solo dates. Like even when I was married, I would go on solo dates. And I just think there are so many benefits to that. And I don't mean I'm just out, so let me grab some Chick-fil-A. No, I'm talking about get yourself together, get made up, go on a solo date, the whole nine. And if it's something you're not familiar with, try it. It, to me, deepens your understanding of yourself so that even if you get in a relationship, you'll know better what you're looking for. Or if you're already in a relationship, like I said, when I was married, even I would want to go by myself. And my friends were like, "You don't feel weird?" Mm-mm. Nope, I got to hear the whole movie and everything. Didn't have to answer no, but why, mommy, this and why? Didn't have to do that. Didn't have to watch a movie I may or may not want to see because, well, it's his turn to pick. It's just me, solo dolo. So I enjoy solo dates. And last year, for the first time, I actually took a solo trip out of the country. Just went right over to Jamaica because I wanted to see if I like it and get a feel for it. When I tell you, it was such an awesome experience. I sat on the beach. I saw some things I didn't like. In particular, I saw a woman who was not being a very good friend to her friend out there. But overall, oh my gosh, just sitting on the beach thinking, I was prayerful, I was grateful. I wrote so much in my gratitude journal. Another thing I recommend, like, it's just, yeah, it was a beautiful experience. You've been divorced for 5 years. Yeah, loving your me time. But do you ever get worried? I wonder. That's what I was getting to. I'm starting to get worried that I like it so much that I may become that old auntie who's set in her ways. Like I don't need a man for nothing. They can't do. And I still feel like that's so negative to say. Like, that's crazy to me. This whole gender war thing that's going on, I don't understand it. I think we are to complement each other. I think men and women, we bring certain things to the table. I shouldn't even say men and women because it's more so about energy. So masculine, feminine energy, we bring things to the table that just complement each other. And I don't see the harm in that. I'm not subscribing to that whole men versus women gender debate at all. I love the women who are saying things like they're decentering men. They never should have been the center. Because I know as long ago as high school, you would see a girl just stop her life as soon as she started dating a guy. She'd drop her friends and do all of that. And then you'd see the pattern just continue. And I didn't understand that. I do hear when people say, if you're a married woman, your friends should be married or they should be in relationships and all of that. I hear that, but I don't know that that's 100% true, because if this has been my bestie since day one and she doesn't have a husband, she gonna still be my bestie on day 2, 3, 4, 54. So yeah, you don't need a man, but you're totally fine. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, bless your heart, being widowed. That can be so hard. I've got a friend who went through that. I had an ex I halfway wanted to kill him. Yeah, that's about as close as I've been. I kind of want to kill him a little bit at times. At times, I'm saying. I don't know if the FBI are watching, but I have reformed and repented and changed my ways. May he live long and hard somewhere else. Let me stop. No, but yeah, that can be hard. Let's see. I've been married than not married. Good. That's good. I date and enjoy masculine energy, but marriage again, don't know. That's what a lot of people say. And you know what? I'm one of those people. I'm not used to failure. And I know it takes two to make a marriage and all of that stuff. But personally, when you're a person who most of the things I go after, I work hard and I obtain, and I felt good about that. But to have a marriage that failed was like, ah, it's you don't go into it expecting failure. So to me, it felt like a personal failure. After a while, and I look back, I was like, "Nah, player, that was on you. That's just your monkey tail self." Mm-mm. I probably need to put that down because I feel like I'm telling too many truths. Oh, what else is going on out there? We talked a little bit about dating. Atlanta, yeah, it's a cool city to visit. I wouldn't want to really go there. People say that about Kansas City, though, too. Once you've lived in a bigger city, some people think it's just too slow. It's slow in some ways, and it is doing too much in others. But it's definitely one of the more affordable cities that I've ever gone to. I'll tell you what else, I didn't like that tipping business in Atlanta. Just about everywhere you go, the tips are already included. No, I'm gonna need you to hustle for it. I'm gonna need you to work for it. Don't just presume and assume. And it showed in some of their attitudes. But, I couldn't say nothing back because I ain't get my food yet. I got to be polite until my food is right here. I have a sister who has a tendency to send stuff back. And no, this isn't right. This isn't. Da, 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 da. And the waitress will look over. How's your food? Mine is fine. Mine is just fine. I'm going to keep it right here where I can see it. I'm not giving my food back. And then you bring it to me again. If I send my food back, I'm not paying for anything. Like I'm leaving. I'm not. That right there, that two-way, she braver than me. I'll give her kudos on that. I'm not doing it. But yeah, that's what's going on. Oh my goodness, have we been on for half an hour already? And we ain't talked about nothing. I don't even know what I was going to talk about, what I claimed I would talk. I don't think I made any claims. Oh, I didn't. I just jumped on because Kay was like, you should go live. You should go live. Here I is. 36 years, met two of your husbands here. Okay, having a ball there. I need to know some of the places that are ball worthy. That I need to know. It was a couple of places I went to. And I even thought about going to the old lady gang. Everybody's like, don't go there. That ain't nothing but a tourist trap and the food is not delicious. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Whole lot of special sauce on that burger. No, thank you. No, thank you. Mm-mm. But she does it all the time and she doesn't feel any way about it. I don't like to go out to eat with her, needless to say. We can do some other stuff, but we don't need to go do that. She complains all of the time. But that's what's going on there. I don't know what else to even talk about. I'm excited. I think I said that already about the growth of my channel and people finding me. And it seems that I'm getting more traction in terms of comments because that's what I like. Like, I like the interaction more so than me just putting out my opinions because I got 100. It's horrible when I went, yeah. Ugh. Now that's just nasty. No clean glasses. I have not heard any locals or people who have gone there. I've not heard anyone say that it was good. I will say I went and grabbed a bite at what's that vegan place? Dang it, I can't think of it. Where they say hi slut, slutty vegan. All right, so I went there and I was prepared, for them to say hi slut. Like, I got to get ready. I wasn't ready for some restaurant I went to in Las Vegas. I can't even think of the name of it, but they pride themselves in the servers being rude and kind of saying some offensive stuff. Nobody told me that yet. I don't think any of us in the crew knew. So I was like, wait, hold up. And then I could tell by the way other people were reacting or just kind of watching to see and all. I was like, oh, okay, this is a gimmick. Yeah, I probably need to be told that because just like you got a smart mouth, I got that too. And baby, I did. So when they had slid, okay, I'm ready for it. That was pretty good. Yeah, I don't like that hit and miss stuff. That's kind of like we got a restaurant here. I ain't gonna even say its name because I don't want to put it down, but it's hit and miss too. Problem with that hit and miss stuff is my money is green every time. The credit card clears every time. So that's how often I need that food to hit. I don't know if you need to write down the recipe, get the formula, film the cooks, whatever you got to do, but make it hit every time, just like that fee hits my credit card every time. That's what we're gonna do for that. I don't like that. That hit and miss. You can miss me every time. That's just like I was just saying this about a coworker. You walk down the hall, and one day, you say good morning, and she give that little nod. Next day, hey, how's it going? How's it? No, baby. Hit me, same energy every time. And I'm not saying you got to be all the time cheerful person, but I'm going to need you to speak every time or don't speak every time. Either one is fine by me, but all that back and forthism, I'm too old. That's bad for my joints. So, Yep, a lot of places here, top tier. Yeah, I sure need to go back. Well, hit me in my email or something. Give me a list. We'll find out where I'm going next. I had a good time. I went on a solo trip to Miami. Thank God. Miami could have been a real bust, but I rented a car because I kind of like to get around on my own. You hear me talking about how I drive. So most cities when I go, I don't like to do a lot of Uber because I might change my mind on a dime and want to go somewhere else. So I go down to Miami. I got a rental car and all of this stuff. I'm celebrating my birthday. Had no idea my driver's license expired the day of my birthday. I went in one day before, but I wasn't going to leave until 2 days after. So I'm getting ready to get my stuff. And they were like, I'm sorry, we can't rent a car to you. Why not? Because your license expired. I had just gotten my name changed on that license because I had just recently got the divorce finalized, right? So I had just gotten my name changed on the license. a couple of months before, and it's expired already. Now, I don't work for the doggone DMV, but you do. So I'm thinking, you see me change my name, you see my license is about to expire. You might want to say, hey, this doesn't actually renew your driver's license. Because that's what I thought I had. I thought I had a brand new license. I'm ooh. I got a new attitude. I got a new license too. No, that thing expired right when I went there. Thankfully, though, I stayed at a hotel at the Brickell, who shall remain nameless because one, I can't remember, and two, it wasn't all that. But I stayed at a hotel at the Brickell, and fortunately for me, it was a very walkable area. So I went to Zara, the shopping mall, and all of that stuff. And here in KC, I can walk a couple of miles, and I try to get out and walk every weekend. So I literally walk a few miles, probably like an hour and a half or so, every weekend, whether it's cold or not. So the Brickell was not at all a bad place to stay. I enjoyed myself. Went to some restaurants, went to a little tourist attraction, all of that stuff. So that was a good time. But I remember just being sick to death. Like, dang, really? You could have just said your license is about to expire. But I remember the lady who helped me. She had a whole attitude the whole time. Excuse me. I only put on a bra showing out for y'all because when I lounge, I lounge. We just let it hang out. I'm getting kind of warmish because I'm getting excited, drinking wine and talking all of that stuff. Someone asked me about menopause and all that stuff at 50 plus. And I can't say that I really think I get hot flashes because I've never really been able to regulate my temperature. Like ever since probably puberty, I've always been hot or cold or warm or cool, but just 100% even keel temperature has not usually been my vibe. So I wish I knew. And I've gotten a couple of questions like, what do you do about this for menopause? Now, I've heard some things like if you're in bed and you get hot, put your feet out and all of that, but I legit do not know. I know my patience is quick. We can blame that on menopause because my patience been quick for only about maybe 30 years. So I'm gonna just blame it on menopause anyway, just because it's convenient. Everybody blaming everything on menopause. So me too. Yes, it's that. Not because I'm rude or nothing. But that is what's going on. I thought I was gonna make this quick. I wanted to do about half an hour-ish. I don't know what else we're gonna talk about. Y'all got anything you want to know? I'm open, unless I ain't. You know what? I gotten a couple of questions. Someone asked me, oh, I wish I should have. I don't know if I can pull up my email and do all of that here at the same time, but a young lady did ask me a question in terms of what I thought she should do in her relationship. And I don't know that a divorced woman is exactly who you should be asking about that. Like, my advice would be more so what I would tell my daughter, which is when it doesn't feel good, it's not good. When it doesn't feel like it makes you happy, and let's understand all relationships go through ebbs and flows. So to me, there's a difference between, not liking something that someone does and not liking someone. And I've been surprised at how many married people I know who flat out tell you they just don't even like their spouse anymore. And that's a long sentence. Like you think you're 50 and you probably, I've lived more years than I'm going to live. That may be true. But doggone it, if you live till 90 and he does too, that's a long time. I knew one lady who I worked with who would not retire because her husband had already retired. baby, you're not going to work me in no grave. I'm not doing that. What you can do is get out, or I'm getting out first. It does not matter which, but ain't no way I'm working. I love my job. Let's be clear. I love my job. But some of y'all children out here in America, and some of y'all children are bad. And she worked with kids who were exceptionally bad. She worked with the behavior disorders and all of that. And you're not going to retire because he did? Let me mind my business. I'd retire so quick. Oh my goodness. They say you get hot flashes all the time, but no facial hair. That's good. Yeah, that's real good. I use all natural things. I wonder what though. I wonder. I don't know. I legit do not know what to tell the people. I keep looking at my hands. I need to hide them because I have not done my nails in a while. It's been quite a bit. I'm not that person who wants to go and get them done. Plus, what they talk about nails cost now, I'm not doing that. I don't know if I want to drink all that tonight. I must have poured heavier than I thought. It's going for what? Going slowly. But anyway, let's see. I don't know what else I want to talk about. I'm looking through the comments. What else have y'all got going on? How many of you all are subscribed? I don't even know exactly who I'm talking to. I did see one name that sounded familiar. That was Lisa. I don't remember. Grown woman Shannon. Let me tell you, the night or the video where my channel started growing, I was sick that weekend. I was really sick. I kept dozing off, waking up, reading comments and names, dozing off, read another comment or name. And I was like, wait, it took me a minute to catch on. So I'm still not on to all of my names. Oh, Blue Hebrew, I know. Yes, let me go back and read some more. I know that name. You've been commenting. Hello, hello. And I think I shared this in a previous video. Sometimes I blow up y'all's pictures so I can get an idea of who I'm talking to, which is also why I want to do some of the live action here. But yeah, I have been on for 43 minutes now. I didn't even mean to stay on that long at all. Thank you so much for the ones that came. I don't want to take up a whole lot of y'all's time. I just kind of wanted to say hi and all that. Was helping MU dad? I don't know what MU means. Oh no, was helping my dad. I bet that's what that means. You were helping your dad with something. Yay, yes. You know what? I could not believe that. I was so surprised. I was like, wait, did she just say me? And I'm one of those people. I watch entire videos. Somebody made a mistake one time. They told me that when people have links in their description bios and all of that stuff, that every time you click it, it helps them or it sends money to them. Maybe that's just what I do. I hear some people talk about how I know some people don't want to click my link through Amazon. You don't want to give me a commission, so you can just find it this way. And I've never understood that. I'm like, if you put me onto something, yeah, I'm going to click your link, because the other side of that would be I don't click your link. And Bezos, who I happen to think has enough money, he gets all the money. Why would I not want him to divide that with somebody who put me on to something like that? That's so weird. But anyway, all of that to say, I watch videos all the way through. So I'm watching at the end and I was like, did she just say my name? Is that? I didn't even expect that. Like, where did that come from? Because I'm not really active on Instagram. And someone said that she had done it, or I think she said it herself. She had done it previously on Instagram. I didn't know. Again, I was sick that weekend. And I'm like, what? Why? I had no expectation of that at all. I thought that was just the sweetest thing. I've been watching her for a good minute, like since she was just basically talking about her clothes and stuff. I've been watching her. But yes, I love that. I couldn't believe she shouted me out. I appreciated that. Let's see. Do I sing only when I'm alone and in the shower? I sound good too. Baby, I sound good in the shower. Let me see. I got a notification bell late. Oh, no worry. No worry at all. Yes, I love Sheena. She keeps it authentic. Like, here's what happens for me. I used to watch several big YouTubers, and actually, I only really started watching YouTube for like the last, I'd say maybe close to 2 years, but not even quite that. Have I been watching YouTube? Because I always thought it was just how to, right? So I started watching some people who do more so the vlogs and the entertainments, and I would watch the really big channels. As time kind of drifted on, it started feeling less relatable for me. Like, I'm on a teacher's budget. So some of the stuff they do, I would like to see, because it was nice to see, like, oh, that's how other people, oh, okay, I aspire to, oh, maybe I'll go there one time or something like that. But as time would progress, it just felt like what they were living was further out of range for me. And so I kind of fell back and started finding much smaller channels. And it felt like they were, I won't say more authentic, because that's not it at all, but they were just more open to revealing and telling themselves. And I think too, with the bigger channels, sometimes they've done it and people have hit them and criticized them and knocked them down so much that it kind of made them pull back. So that's really understandable. Whereas we fresh kids on the block, I say kids when y'all know I ain't no kid, but new kids on the block are coming out and we're just talking more and being more open. And that appeals to me more. So I've been watching much, much smaller ones. She's one of, I know she's technically small, but she's got like 20,000 some odd. So she's bigger to me. She's on that path. I foresee her getting 100,000 easily, but I don't think she's going to lose her authenticity. Authenticity. What is my speech must be somewhere in the bottom of this glass. I'm gonna keep sipping so I can find it. But I don't think she's gonna lose her authenticity, is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Yep. The smaller ones just do something for me. So I've been watching a whole lot of them, and even as I would watch her, sometimes I might watch her when I'm out and about, plug in. I might watch her on a solo date or something, and me trying to get in on my phone and make comment. Oops, I'm hitting codes and keep. Ooh, lordy, I'm hitting too much. This is how I looked on Halloween. That popped right up. But anyway, me trying to respond and hit comments and stuff, that stuff was too little for me. Oh yeah. Oh, she purdy, ain't she? Ain't she purdy? I was a character. The kids thought I was Wednesday, I think from Adam's Family or something like that. There we go. I think you can see it better. Makeup and all. But I was from a story. Some of you older people might know it. Miss Nelson is missing. And it's basically about this teacher who was tired of her kids taking advantage of her the kindness. So she came back pretending to be someone else, and that's what she looked like. But that's who I went to school for our trunk or treat. We had that. Them kids were so hyped up on that candy. Whoo! I don't even know why we do that to ourselves, but we do. But anyway, yeah, smaller channels I appreciate more. And I'll be honest, someone one time, and girl, I be thinking I'm code switching, I'm doing the thing and just sounding real regular. But apparently I have a southern twang that comes out from time to time. I hear it now just because I'm more relaxed. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. This is who I am. I'm not even going to keep trying to hide it. But someone once was like, you sound like Peyton. And I thought, oh, I really need to stop watching her because I don't want at all for someone else's ways and mannerisms to rub off on me. Because I'm that person, like when I go visit someone, if they've got a bit of an accent or something, like I hear me for whatever reason talking like that. Or even when I'm telling a story, I'm like, girl, she's here. I know you ain't. And I start talking and taking on that sound. So I'm like, I definitely need to. And she is hilarious to me. But I have not watched her in a good minute. Like it's been some months. Just haven't. I would say the biggest channel I watch anymore from time to time is Always a Mirror. She's got like 100 or so thousand. I consider that to be big. But she usually does wig reviews, and I'll be so close to getting a wig because who don't feel like setting their hair every Sunday night or something is me. But I have not pulled the trigger on some of the wigs. Some of them wigs, I had no idea, like 500 and all the hundreds. I like more when she does the ones off Amazon's that are more affordable. But yeah, smaller channels for me. Anywho, I'm still going on and on. I don't mean to be on here for an hour. So let me get my little happy parts off of this phone. Off this phone? Okay, I guess it is kind of like a phone call. Off of this live. There we go. Thank you so much for those of you who all stopped by. If you haven't done it already, please hit the like button. That'll help me out. Let's see. She's very successful on YouTube and bought a beautiful home. Yes, I still see her come up on my feeds. I think someone told me she has like $1 million home. I'm too happy for her because she's another YouTuber that has worked very hard. She was very honest about, some of the things she's been through and all of that. Love, love, love. And who is that asked me if I could sing Dash of Luck? She can. Oh, she can sing. Very pretty voice. But anywho, yes, I am off and running. Maybe one day I'll get to drive past $1 million house. That's hard for me to say. I don't want to say I have no aspirations of getting $1 million house. I don't want $1 million mortgage. I'll tell you that for sure. Like if buying it outright would be one thing, but yeah, but you can always get in and sell, and just because you buy it doesn't mean you're stuck with it. So yeah, let me go on and say, where's my $1 million house? Let me go on and get that. But anywho, yes, bundle of us last week going live. I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to do it. And I had so many blocks on it that I made sure that, the trolls and all of that didn't come, because I've seen a couple and I didn't want to experience that. But thank you so much for coming in. We're going to have to do this again some more. Kay and I are actually working on doing it together somehow. Neither of us is very savvy with technology, so we'll figure that out. You don't want $1 million house yet. Oh, the heat bill. I can't even imagine. I live in the Midwest too. I'm right here in Kansas City, as I mentioned. But yeah, you're right. The heat bill and the air conditioning, like we get it all. It's not too many days where it's just perfect and you can let the windows up. Plus, you let the windows up, the creeps come in. We don't know about that. But anywho, let me get off. I will talk to you guys again soon. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming out, and good night. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your week, and maybe I'll come out with a video soon. Take care.